I thought I had seen the worst of Christian YouTube propaganda with the Thor. I was wrong. I was very wrong. The video that I just watched now, which was posted by the guys at BetterOfDamned, which is John Elefante this time, is disgraceful on so many different levels. You know, the way that the story is about abortion. You know, it's a Christian story about abortion. You know, girl gets pregnant, she goes, tells her boyfriend, the boyfriend just ditches her and runs off because no guy can ever stick with a girl who's pregnant. And then, you know, she goes to an abortion clinic. By the time she has a, you know, visible bump, she has a well into the second trimester, so no way she's going to get an abortion at that point, but oh well, it works for propaganda. And then the way that the surgeons come out, oh, it's 3 of us, you know, over our shoulders, can't see our faces, propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. It is really just fucking disgusting. You know what, I'm going to show you from the part where you can see her clear baby bump. I'm not going to put you through the entire fucking video because it's absolute torture, and then I'll come back and I'll deal with it after that, okay? So see you in a bit.
The kick inside is a reminder of a life she couldn't show. Then she heard a voice inside saying, run away. It was a mistake, but don't throw your child away. Then she fell into a light sleep, had a dream about a little girl. There was a birthday cake and 3 candles. She was living in another world. She saw the little girl become a woman, living in a happy home. Then she was suddenly awakened by a voice that called her name. They said, don't worry, you'll be fine. You're still young, we see this all the time.
There were just some things that really irked me in that bit. Like, for example, what trimester can you actually visibly see the baby kicking the mother from the outside? In fact, when we're talking about time period, isn't it towards the end of pregnancy that the baby even starts kicking? So why the fuck is it kicking right at the beginning of the trimesters? Why? And then also, there was the whole thing about the happy home. Well, yeah, not every pregnant teenager has a well set up environment with support from family. You know, what about in the South, for example, where they're going to be probably kicked out of their home for having an illegitimate child? Oh, wonder who could do that. So, you know, that was just rancid. And then there was that brilliant part at the end where the 3 surgeons come out together. You can only see parts of their shoulders or their arms, and, you know, or even their feet, and you can't see their faces, and they're moving in a robotic mode. And it's like, oh yeah, Nazi propagandist Goebbels takes his hat off to you, because that was some brilliant cinematography. Carry on, because it gets worse.
Right then the Lord began to speak. You're not taking this one, she's mine. She'll grow up and sing my name. You're not taking her, she's mine. And you're not taking her this time. No, you're not taking her this time. She laid flat on the table. She asked, please can I talk to someone? But a headstrong woman with a blank stare said, we've got to get this done. Then she cried out loud, please help me. I've got to get to a phone. I need to call my mama to help me find my baby a home. They said, don't worry, you'll be fine. You're still young, we see this all the time. Right then the Lord began to speak. You're not taking this one, she's mine. She'll grow up to sing my name. You're not taking her this time. I decided before time began. Her name is written in the book. They didn't have the power to take her life. They're not taking her, she's mine. You're not taking her this time. No, you're not taking her this time. this time.
Yeah, well, do you want to know what I think about finding your name in this book? That you are trying to use fear-mongering to get your position. This is a propaganda tactic, nothing else. Do you want to know why? Medical professionals cannot restrain you like that, unless there is some overall reason for it. But before a medical operation along these lines, no, they would lose their jobs. They would not just lose their jobs, they would most likely be arrested and put in jail. So this is absolute bullshit. And it's just designed to scare teenage girls into accepting your viewpoint. Well done. You are the lowest of the low. Of course, how could I expect something of this caliber to be above something of emotional masturbation? Why don't we just skip to the end message, because I'm getting pissed off at watching this video very quickly.
Hi, I'm John Elefante. The story you just watched is based on how I was rescued from being aborted.
And we are eternally grateful that Sammy's birth mother chose life.
Every day in America, 3,500 children lose their lives to abortion. That is one child every 25 seconds.
You can save babies from abortion. For more information...
Yes, and 50 to 500 million children die each time you ejaculate, Christians. You make Hitler's kill-death ratio seem like a pussy feat. I'm being serious here. This is just disgraceful, and I do not buy that this was your family's story in some way. I am sorry, that is utter toss. I'm getting used to saying that a lot recently. That is complete and utter bollocks. You know, this whole concept that a zygote, which has no consciousness, it cannot feel, it has no human traits other than its genetics, is somehow human. The exact same arguments can be made for sperm. The exact same arguments can be made for cancer, for crying out loud. But, you know, somehow, oh my god, this zygote, which you do realise why they have set, you know, the first trimester is the usual trimester for non-essential abortions, the second one only for emergencies really, especially towards the end. You do realise why they set that, because they've looked at it empirically with studies and information, and they found out, oh my god, they have nervous systems less advanced than shrimp. You know, the little things that you eat? Less advanced, not the same, less. And then there's no soul around it. The screaming fetus videos, do you know what that actually is? It's liquid pressure. You know, have you ever tried grabbing something in water? You know, you put your hand in the water and it moves out of the way. Do you know why? It's because the particles in the liquid all push that way, away from your hand. It's physics, you know. So this whole propaganda video, and that's what it is. It's propaganda, it's mental masturbation for the Christians, it's disgrace upon humanity. You know, there are only so many ways I can put it. It's got no basis. It's just disgusting. I've really, you defeated me, okay? I've really given up. This is why we should all just die. And quite frankly, that's all I feel at the moment. That, you know, these types of people just make the human race null void, not worth saving even. You know, nuke the people. In all seriousness, we really need to sort this shit out. So, you know, I'm not going to plug you. I cut off the video there because I wasn't going to plug their bullshit. So, yeah, I'll probably drop some studies in the box below. And I'm sorry I've been a bit crazy this time. A bit emotional, a bit angry. I hope you can see why after being put through mental torture. This is Essence of Thought. take care.